Hello and welcome to Aviva Premiership Round 19 predictions brought to you by DrivingMaul. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, a podcast, a YouTube channel, what else? A Twitter account and a website bringing you the best in rugby predictions and opinion and all of that kind of lovely stuff. So, round 19, obviously getting towards the sharp end of the season. So all of these games really do carry a bit more emphasis and importance, and obviously with all the teams out of the Rugby Championship, the European Rugby Champions Cup, those teams won't have to worry about balancing players' workloads at this point. The ones still in the Challenge Cup, obviously, they have to make a choice. Is the Challenge Cup or the Aviva Premiership their main priority? And maybe we'll see some rested players in one of or the other of those competitions. But kicking us off on Friday night, UK time, we have Sale Sharks hosting Wasps, and you've got to say the Sharks have been talked about as being a home side that doesn't travel so well. They've actually won 6 of their 9 games and won 3 of their away games out of 9. So they're 9-9 for the season, and yes, they are slightly better at home than they are away, but it's not that big a difference. Wasps, on the other hand, are at the top end, challenging. But they've also been up and down a bit. They've had draws and losses in their last few games. However, I think even though the Sale Sharks go off the back of 2 wins in this competition, I think Wasps should win this one. I'm backing them to win this one by 3. Next we go. Next we have Saints hosting Saracens. Saracens obviously with that disappointing result in Ireland last weekend. Saints having the weekend off, and you've got to say that even with that weekend off, with only 6 wins so far and down the wrong end of the table, Saracens should pick up a comfortable away win here. And I'm backing Saracens to win this one by 10. Then we head over to Bath, who are hosting Leicester Tigers. Tigers coming off the back of 4 wins and looking good in this competition. Bath have lost 3 out of their last 4 games, and definitely not looking quite so solid. A bit up and down, really, having won one half of their games this season, 9 out of 18. So again, I'm going to go with the away side here to win this one by 3. But Bath clearly have the talent. It depends on who's fit and whether they can actually turn up on the day. Then Quins get to host London Irish. It's been a disappointing season for Quins, let's be honest. They've only won 7 of their games this season, and they've lost 5 out of their last 6. It's all kind of fallen apart for them, hasn't it? London Irish, obviously, are the team that's going to get relegated. They won 2 games, and one of those was recently, only 3 games ago. But even so, you've got to say at home, Quins should win this one rather comfortably. I'm backing Quins by 7. And there's not really much in it for Quins anymore this season. And London Irish obviously scrapping to see if they can get enough points to claw themselves ahead of Worcester, but at this one, it's not going to happen. Then Worcester host Newcastle Falcons. Falcons, one of the form teams this season, going very well in form teams as in overperforming teams compared to expectations. Worcester probably safe with their 5 wins this season, coming off the back of 3 losses. So again, whilst they'd like to have a couple more points to get themselves safe from London Irish, we think that most people think they already are. So there's not really that much for them to play for. Falcons, on the other hand, are challenging for the playoffs for the first time in, well, as long as I can remember. It's a long time ago since they made the playoffs. Obviously, should get a Champions Cup slot at least. And I'm backing Falcons to win this one by 7. They've only, the last time that they lost was, sorry, I'm just bringing up the stats now, was away to Saracens. Apart from that, they've won 8 of their last 9 games. Now, to be fair, they only beat Quins by a point and Gloucester the same. They only got up over Saints by 2 points and 3 points. They played Saints twice in that period. So they have had a bunch of close wins in there, but they've also had some rather dominating wins, beating Quins by 18, Bath by 17. It's a decent side, but you've got to say that that Worcester shouldn't provide too many problems for them. So I'm backing Falcons by 7. Finally, Exeter Chiefs host Gloucester. Gloucester won the return fixture in this one, but Exeter will be looking at extending their lead at the top of the table. They're coming off the back of 3 wins, whereas Gloucester have been up and down. If we look at their 10 wins, 7 of them have come at home. They've only won 3 games away to Irish, Falcons and Bath. So a bit of a mixed bag there, up and down. Up and down the table is what I mean by that. Still, Exeter Chiefs should have too much for Gloucester, and backing Exeter to win that one by 7. Always up for good old rugby chats. Please let me know your thoughts down below, or get in touch with me at DrivingMaul on Twitter. And enjoy whatever. Oh yeah, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and enjoy whatever rugby you're watching this weekend.